Mexican records got the lights down low. Souldisco where the groovy people go. Hit play, let the music flow. Old school beats with a modern glow. Oh.
Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to the latest episode of Hidden Jewels of Soul and Disco. I do hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. In this week's episode we are featuring an artist who hardly gets the recognition he deserves. Therefore, we are featuring Mr. Ronnie Dyson.
You know the time is right to turn down the lights, honey. Just all the time we be living and learning each other, treating each day.
Ronald Dyson, aka Ronnie Dyson, was born on June the 5th in 1950. And you can, if you watched some of my episodes already, can imagine what his musical roots were. Right, in gospel music. In 1968, he did an audition for a musical, and he passed the audition with flying colors. He was hired instantly to become one of the leading roles of this musical. This musical became an instant success, and up to this point it's one of the most beloved, one of the most successful musicals ever. And we're talking about Hair. But I think Mr. Sullivan can say it way better than I.
Now the cast of Broadway's most discussed play, Hair, sing two of the numbers from their record-busting show at the Biltmore Theater on West 47th Street.
When we're talking about the musical Hair, there's one specific song which is always be remembered as part of Hair and also became a smashing success. And this song is called Aquarius. And on the original recording you can hear in the intro leading into the song Ronnie singing that part. In 1969 he made a movie together with the co-star Shelley Plimpton, and the movie was called Putney Swoop. In 1970 he wanted to continue his stage career and took part in the production of Salvation. And from Salvation there was also a song which Ronnie sang which became a success, and this one was called If You Let Me Make Love to You Then Why Can't I Touch You, which was followed by I Don't Wanna Cry. In 1971 he released a single which became also a success, and it was a cover version of a Delphonic song, and this one was called When You Get Right Down to It. In 1973 his record label Columbia Records said, well, we see very high potential in Ronnie, so therefore we want to team him up with the best people available in the business. And at that time, out of Philadelphia came a new sound, which later became the sound of Philadelphia. And this new sound, which in my humble opinion also dominated the 70s, was then thought might fit very well to Ronnie. And producer Tom Bell was hired to produce his first album. And the result was One Man's Band Plays All Alone. And it featured a hit single which was called I Just Don't Wanna Be Lonely.
Thank you. That was fantastic, man. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, you've done an awful lot very early. Do you mind if I ask you how old are you?
22.
22 years old.
Right.
How old were you when you were in Hair?
17.
I don't know whether people remember this or not, but Ronnie was the guy who came out and sung Aquarius. The moon is in the seventh house, whatever it is, you know.
Right.
That was like one of the hits of the whole show, you know.
Right,
And
that song was written for me. They didn't have anything for me to do in the show, and so they wrote that song for me, and it became quite a hit.
was Melba Moore in that first cast?
Yes, she was. Mm-hmm.
And you were also in a fantastic movie, man, called Putney Swope.
Yeah, that was Some movie.
You don't want to really rap on that, huh?
Not really.
Okay, it's kind of dangerous, huh?
Right.
Are you into any acting things right now, or into any more shows like Hair?
Well, as far as Broadway shows are concerned, not yet, but I am negotiating for a part which will be the Frankie Lyman story that I'm up for, and I've got my fingers crossed for that.
Hey, that sounds great, man. It should be. This new album is kind of a change for you, isn't it? Things are kind of softer, and some very pretty songs on it.
Right, and I have to thank Tommy Bell and Linda Creed for doing such a wonderful job. They're two very fantastic people, and the songs are just great, really.
They sure are. They're old friends from Philadelphia.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess you will be just recording more. And do you work on the road very much?
Yes, I do a lot of tours, college concerts, and nightclubs, and things of that sort, on the road a lot.
Your mother used to travel with you, didn't she?
Yes, she used to travel with me, but not anymore.
Of course, he did some follow-ups album on Columbia, and in 1976 he released The More You Do It, and also the single, the title track of that album, is Ronnie's most successful single up to this point. That was followed in 1977 by Love and All Flavors, and in 1979 it was If the Shoe Fits, and I have to tell you, I absolutely adore this cover art. In 1979 there was a movie production of Hair, and Ronnie had a cameo in it, and he sang the song 3500. During the later part of the 70s, Ronnie got problems with his health. And if you've been made opportunities and chances and concert tours and everything, and you really want to do it, but your body can't handle it, you have to step back a little. Therefore, his career in the later 70s and early 80s started to stall. He then changed record labels and went to Cotillion, which was a sub-label of Atlantic Records. And he released a couple of albums on this label, and in 1982 it was Phase 2, and in 1983 it was Brand New Day. In 1983 he had his last chart entrance, and this was the single All Over Your Face. It was followed in 1987 by Constantly, and his last recording during his lifetime was See the Clown in 1990. Unfortunately, in November of 1990, Ronnie died of a heart attack or a heart failure. Therefore, being still in a young age and taking out of that life, being so young, he left behind a great legacy of music. And I absolutely do hope that you've heard some songs in the beginning, that this inspires you to dig a little deeper into Ronnie's music. If you want his original recordings, they are out there, available, and not expensive. And I highly, highly recommend that you check out Ronnie. I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. I don't want to finish the video in that kind of sad tone. I found a clip of Ronnie in a church singing a gospel song. The quality is not the best, but anyway, it's Ronnie singing. I don't know when this video was taken, but anyway, I couldn't have imagined a better way to finish this video. Let's listen to Ronnie. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Stand before you once again. And I must say that it's really been a beautiful convocation. I think it's been very, very nice. I really enjoyed it. I think that God bless us all. A song that Brother Timothy wrote, and I think it's a very beautiful song, one that really says it all. And I'd like to just do a little bit of it for you. Master, use me? It doesn't matter how long they look at me. It doesn't matter how so ahead of me. It does not matter now that you have set me free. Master, can you use me? Can you use someone who has no can you use once again how to Can you use someone who has some doubts and fears? Can you use someone whose life has been filled with tears? Can you use someone who's wasted so baby? Master, can you use me? It doesn't matter how they look at me. It doesn't matter how so enemy. Now that you have set me free, Master, can you use me? Can you use someone who has no way to go? Can you